Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 120! That's Grace 87. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go. Great. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. 58 to Mike. 58.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Ready! Number 53, Mike 53. Outline 40, easy, alert. Check it back.
Luck on first down. That one going to be complete to David Moore.
Pass complete to David Moore. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Plug. Check.
Throwing is locked. He's got Smith here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Big air. Out. Back. 12.
3rd and 2. Luck under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Eagles.
Go. 280! Shoot! Stand. Check 3.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4 down. Whip. Watch Sunday.
Again, it's Wentz. Shrugs him off. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Kill. 57, Mike 57.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Trey 15, Trey 15.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 26-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
He's coming. We got double up. 11 feet. Mike, 53, Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Watch that. Let's go, Mexico. Check.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check out. 674.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a giant first down.
Check out. Right, 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That's the way. 12. 53's the most.
Smith.
53. Watch the curl.
On first down, it's Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check out.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The throw right sideline here is complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
12.
Brings up 3rd down.
12. Hey, Delta. Check.
Block on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Sunday. 5.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Terry. And he's got this down to the 35. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
57's Mike. Mike 57. All day. Every day. Any day.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Wentz to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Nate Gary. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Then he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to float this over into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We got this.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field.
A shotgun snap for Lott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
120. Hey, chill. Hey, forward toe kill. Hey, echo.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Pulled in at the 24. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
25 yards that time. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. Well, here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Sanders. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little